Morning.
Morning.
It's not snowing or raining, but it's cold. The caves will be warmer.
Thank God.
They will.
Yes.
So how many of you have been here to Lava Beds National Monument before? Raise your hand if you've been to the park before. Oh goodness, just a few of you. Okay, well welcome to this very, very, very special place. Those of you who raised your hands, I know you've been to Lava Beds. Has anybody else in this group been to another cave with the exception of Lava Beds? You've been to other caves besides here? Okay, do you have any shoes or clothing on you that would have been in those caves? You do? Probably not the helmet. That came to the skull. Okay, we asked that question. This place is not only home to caves, there's something that lives in these lava tubes. Bats. We have 16 species of bats that call lava beds home. Some of them right now are getting ready to hibernate, which is a good thing because it's pretty cold today. But the really bad news is that there is a disease here in North America that's killing millions of bats across the country. And it's been found just outside the park. And we're trying to keep it away from our bats. Because the ones, it's called white nose syndrome. It's harmless to people, but bats that hibernate, if it gets into their homes, it could kill nearly all the bats. So we're trying very hard to keep it out of the park. And because it's a disease that's caused by a fungus, it can live on your clothes for a very long time, which is why we're going to ask those of you who raised your hand, basically this one person, to clean your shoes before you go into the caves. I'll help you with that so you don't have to worry about it. There's a chance you may see bats today. Maybe one or two or three of them. Don't worry about it. They're harmless. They'll be in the ceiling if you see them. You will hear them before you see them. Don't shine your lights on them. Walk right on by, but you may not see anything today. Some of you, if you have really sharp eyes, will notice that there's little mice poo in the caves. The other thing that live with the bats are rodents, and they can actually go deep, deep, deep into the cave, and you'll see their little poopies all over the place. So the bats and the mice are the two critters that we have in the caves, as well as insects, but you may not see any today. A couple safety things before I get to your questions. I see some of you have some Crocs on. Just be careful when you're walking through the caves. They're very rough floors. They're very uneven floors, so we don't want anybody tripping. I see everybody has head cover. That's a good thing, because no matter how hard your parents say your head is, I guarantee you that the cave is harder. So when you're walking through, just kind of be aware where your head is in the space, and you'll be fine. It has been raining. The water percolates into the caves very slowly. It may be a little damp, but there's nothing that you need to worry about. Darkness. With the exception of one cave, everything you'll be coming in to visit is dark. So we'll have some flashlights for you to borrow later today. Please be respectful of your neighbors and don't shine them in the face, in your face, in their face, or your face. And be careful as you walk through the cave, because sometimes the light's pretty good, but it won't show certain things either at your head or at your feet. So just be respectful, and we'll deal with the flashlights when you're ready to go. So watch your step, watch your head, watch for bats, And one other thing, which is probably the most important thing today that you'll be doing, and that's having fun. Many of you, yay! I'm sure you'd rather be in the classroom today.
No.
No, on a beautiful day like today where it's so cold. We want you to have fun and come back again for those of you who haven't been here before. Now, somebody was raising their hands for a question. Yeah.
Why are there going to be bats in the caves?
Because bats live in caves.
Will
During
they come out at night?
bats come out at night, but during the day they need a place to stay. And when you look out here, the park has 44,000 acres and nearly 1,000 lava tubes. So we have probably thousands of bats living throughout the park, which we'll never see. They love caves because it's a perfect home for them. And that's why that's why some of the caves are closed, because they're getting ready to hibernate for the winter, and if we were to go in and pay them a visit, they're very easily disturbed, and we don't want to do that. So they live in the caves during the day, and they come out at night to eat insects unless they're hibernating. Exactly, you'll see a sign that says closed because of bats. They're very special critters. If there weren't any bats living here, the number of insects that we would see, well, suffice to say, it's bad enough already. There'd be a lot more. Now remember to use the restroom before you go. I see you have lunches. Keep in mind there is no food inside the cave. So while you're eating your lunch, make sure you don't bring a snack with you in your pocket. The crumbs are not a thing we want in the cave. You can bring water into the lava tubes, but don't bring anything else into it. No soft drinks or whatever. Any other questions?
I got a question. Are we going to shine lights on bats if we see them? Shine our flashlights on?
No.
That's right.
Okay. Go out and have fun.
So hard to see. It makes the gray so hard to see.